everybody, how's it going? It's been a minute since I've been on here. I've been going through things kind of, emotionally, which is weird because the medicine I'm on usually doesn't allow that, but hey, nothing's perfect, right? So, basically I've been self-sabotaging myself by how? Not being on here. I'm excited. I've had 128 views, but I kind of let the butt hurt happen when, nobody would comment or like it or not even give me a chance and listen through. So it kind of shot me away, and now I've pulled myself back out of that, and I'm feeling a lot better. Happy Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving, by the way. But Thanksgiving was kind of hard. I'm taking care of my dad, so it may possibly be his last Thanksgiving. I don't know. He's got dementia, and I've been taking care of him. And so, I was talking to my mom, and I said, I wonder if my kids will say anything to me. And, that evening my son did, but my daughter didn't. And I have let that just eat at me. And it's crazy because usually I just don't react anymore because of my medication. I'm bipolar as shit. If you looked up the dictionary, you'd see my face. I used to be emotionally all over the place. If you looked at me wrong or said something wrong, I would go off on you and just, acted very erratic and stupid, because you're not allowed to act that way. You shouldn't do that. But now that my chemicals are flowing through my brain the right way, I don't act that way at all anymore. So it kind of took me for a loop of how I'm feeling, because she just didn't even call or text or anything, which I kind of knew. I had a feeling it would happen. So backstory, her and I have a very strained relationship. Years ago, I was with a guy, and he was an alcoholic, had a little cocaine problem, and things just went to shit in his life. And next thing you know, we get a knock on the door, sheriff's coming in, moving all of our crap and putting it to the curb. And that really set it off for her. And then we all moved over to his best friend's house, and I got into it with the wife because why? Bipolar. And that's not an excuse, because unless you're bipolar, unless you've gone through it, you can't say anything, because it is a chemical imbalance in your head. So I moved back in with my dad, and then I asked if, the guy could move in, because I was trying to get him out of a place where everybody was drinking. And, my daughter was old enough, and worked, and, she just kept to herself. And she had her own bedroom there. She had her own little life, and everything was good, which, bad decision on my part. We both moved over to my dad's, and she stayed there. And I was just hoping that it would give her some sense of security, just having her own place, her own room, because she wasn't going to have that at my dad's. My dad was like, yep, she can sleep on the couch. You can't do that. Anyways, long story short, me and that guy eventually, we broke up. And he caused a lot of shit at the house with my dad. My dad told me to get out. My daughter begged him, please don't let that happen. Mama has nowhere to go. Well, I ended up having to move in with my son and his dad, who was very mentally and physically abusive to me. But I moved over there because my son wanted me there, and it worked out great. I had my own room. Dad and I got along fine because I put up boundaries. And a series of shit happened, and, lost my car, lost my job, had no money. So that's when I found myself. And I really worked on who I was and get my shit straight. Then I found the most wonderful doctor, got on the great medication, blah, blah, blah. Here I am today. So back in May or April, the guy and I that, all the shit happened with, we got back together. Everybody changes. I'm living proof of it. And he's changed himself. We were apart for 5 years. So, he found himself, quit drinking and all this stuff. So we got back together, and she found out, and then she quit talking to me. And up until about a month ago, I think that's the first time I've seen her since May. And, you know, I know our relationship is strained. That is the love of my life, is her. And not being able to talk to her or see her or be around her, it is so hard. It is so hard. And her and I, you know, even just texting me, hey mama, happy Thanksgiving. Just like I was just I'm an afterthought. I don't even matter. And the point I'm making about this video is, you know, parents are not perfect. And if you find me a parent that says, oh, I'm perfect, I'll tell you they're a fucking liar. No parent's perfect. We all make mistakes. But we're only on this planet for a very short time. And anything can happen. I'm 52 years old. I've got friends that have, you know, dropped dead of a heart attack, cancer, this or that or the other, but they're not here anymore. And their kids can't tell them happy Thanksgiving or anything. They can't even talk to them. So if you aren't speaking to a parent that you do love, but you're mad at them, don't do that, because it hurts so much. You know, nobody's perfect. You got to find forgiveness, because, you know, shit that happened in the past is in the past. It's done. It's over. You can't fix it. You can't change it. You can't do anything. Only thing you can do is work on right now. And you only have your parent for so long, you know? Like my dad has treated me like shit my whole life. He's always told me how I wasn't good enough, or, you know, made me a butt of a joke. And when I gained weight, you know, would talk about how fat I was. And I really wasn't even that fat. But he's an asshole. But he's my asshole. And I love him. That's why I'm here, taking care of him. Because I don't know how many more of these holidays or days in general that I have with my dad. So my point is to this whole video is, you know, if you love somebody and they've made you mad, or they've done something that's against what you think is right, you need to find that forgiveness, because what's going to happen when they're not there and you're still feeling this way and you can't tell them how much you love them, or, you know, hey, how you doing? Or just talk on the phone or get advice or whatever. So I hope this resonates with somebody, and I hope it helps bridge gaps between people, because I love my daughter more than anything. And I know it's stupid probably, or petty about the whole Thanksgiving thing, but it just kind of made me feel like I just didn't matter anymore. And that hurts so much. It hurts so much. So I hope you can find peace with people you love in your life, and just put the past in the past and work on now and in the future, because that's what really matters, is what's going on now and what y'all can mend and build in the future. Hope y'all have a great day. I love you guys. Thanks.